Welcome to Apex Philosophy, the perfect place to find motivation. Be sure to subscribe and listen every day so you can become your best self. Please like and share the video to help inspire others. Beware the fragile ego, the law of envy. A summary based on Robert Greene's book, The Laws of Human Nature. Today, we'll be looking at law number 10 from the 18 Laws of Human Nature by Robert Greene. It is one of the best books to help truly understand what really makes humans tick. The key to understanding others is to first understand yourself. Law number 10. Beware the fragile ego, the law of envy. To start, let me ask you, have you ever been in a situation where you just can't help but compare yourself to someone else? It could be a comparison between you and your friend, your sibling, or even your parent. It is common for us to compare ourselves with others. As social beings, we create these metrics and determine what we have over others, or what others have over us. We compare our social status, belongings, achievements, and ability. Subconsciously, we think that if we elevate our status, then we will have a better chance of survival. Humans biologically function for self-preservation, by first escaping what is painful, and second, continuing the species through reproduction. This creates competition, and therefore comparison. Unfortunately, comparison is the thief of joy. All it does is cause jealousy and envy. Social media hides the struggles and failures of your friends and amplifies the highlights. This causes you to see their life through rose-coloured lenses, making it impossible to not compare yourself with them. Why does he get the girl? Why is he rich and I'm not? You begin to be jealous of the life of your friends, and you lose self-esteem. Keys to human nature. Since being envious and being envied can be such a big problem, we need to learn how to detect it and understand it. Then, you need to know what can be done about it. First, let's look at signs of envy. Envy or jealousy is hard to identify because we all tend to deny it. Nobody wants to admit they're jealous, but usually people express their jealousy by accident. The thing to look for is microexpressions. Most jealous people will react, even if subtly. For example, say you told your colleague that you got a promotion and they gave you a tight smile and congratulated you. Although this may seem like a normal response, don't confuse politeness with genuine care. The same goes if you have a friend that has a new love interest. You'd feel like you're missing out. With you or others, jealousy will often be revealed by a quick expression of disappointment. Some even have micro-expressions of joy when they hear about a difficulty you are suffering through. Look for these quick and subtle expressions, especially in the eyes. Also, look for poisonous praise. This is when someone praises you, but they don't really mean it. They may praise you to your face and talk badly behind your back. Or they may throw in an offhand remark meant to make you doubt yourself. Like, congratulations, I knew you would do it, and it only took you 10 tries. Or this praise can be completely false, meant only to build you up, in hopes that you will later fall flat on your face and embarrass yourself. Like, "Oh, I love that idea. You should go tell the boss." Backbiting gossip is also often a sign of envy. The envious person vents their frustration by spreading malicious rumours and stories. If you hear a negative rumour about you, take it as a sign that someone is jealous of you. Sadly, these rumours are often initially spread by those closest to you. Lastly, we have the push and pull. Enviers often use friendship and intimacy as the best way to wound the people they envy. The people closest to you are often in the best position to act on their envy because they know your weakness and insecurities. They will often try to bring you down by criticising something unrelated to your success. For example, they would criticise your body instead of recognising how great you are at your work. Sometimes it is best to test those around you to see if they are the envious type. The Schopenhauer Method is a good technique for this. Tell suspected enviers some good news about yourself and pay close attention to their response. Look for a quick expression of disappointment or listen to their tone of voice for some tension and strain as they congratulate you. You could also tell them some bad news and watch for an uncontrollable microexpression of joy. Greene talks of how these 5 common types of envious people disguise themselves and how they attack. The first one is the leveler. These are people who seem to be fighting for injustice, but they will often put down those who they see as powerful. They don't recognise excellence in others, and most of them have fragile egos. For example, a classmate has earned the position of class president. Levelers won't respect them, and instead criticise how they can't handle their position of power. Their goal is to bring everyone down to their level in the name of equity or fairness. They will often use guilt and shame to squash your ambition so that you don't rise above them. The next is the self-entitled slacker. They feel entitled to success and the good life, but they aren't willing to put in the sacrifice or hard work to get it. They are often narcissistic and insecure about their abilities. Watch out for those who try to get a leg up by smooth talking or their good looks rather than hard work and ability. They will use manipulation to try to get what you have. The attacher. These types of people are envious of successful or powerful people. They secretly want their life, so they do whatever they can to be a part of it. They make themselves useful to their victim, just so they can be close and take advantage of their lifestyle. They envy them and want what they have without putting in the work or having the skills to get it on their own. Then we have the Status Fiend. Almost all of us are very in tune to our social rank or status. Some people conflate their status with their personal worth. These people are the status fiends. They are quick to compare their career, neighbourhood, nice car, etc. to yours, to show that they are more important than you. Sometimes these people act above material things and become minimalists to show superiority without the luxuries they failed to obtain. When you interact with these types, try to be humble and avoid bragging so you don't trigger them. The insecure master is the last type. These people usually have obtained a high level of authority, but often don't feel worthy of it, so they fear losing their status or position. As their position rises, so does their insecurity. Be careful not to outshine your boss if he is an insecure master. You may find them taking credit for your work, sabotaging you, or getting you fired. Yes, these type of people will often fire you for a seemingly random reason just because they feel threatened by you. Beyond envy. We all experience envy, so it is important to recognise situations that trigger envy. Older workers losing their edge to the youth. Social media exposing us to others' wins. We must learn to expect it and prepare for it. Since we are prone to comparison, try to use it to your advantage. Use it as motivation to do something constructive or creative. Try not to be jealous. Just because you don't have it now, it doesn't mean you will never have it. We also need to be productive and pro-social. Greene mentioned 4 techniques to transform your envious energy into something positive. First, you need to move closer to envy. Yes, you heard that right. The closer you are to what you envy, the more you'll understand why you feel this way. You'll also start to see the whole picture and realise that there's nothing to be jealous of. For example, if you get a chance to meet and spend time with an idol, you'll realise that they are human, just like you. You were only putting them on a pedestal. Next, learn to be grateful for what you do have by engaging in downward comparisons. Spending all of your time comparing yourself to people in a better position than you will only increase your envy and make you sad. By doing the opposite, you will realise that even though you could do better, you have more than some. This sounds a bit cold, but sometimes it is what we need to be grateful for what we do have. The third step is to practice Mitfreude, which means joying with. You need to practice being happy for people instead of being jealous of them. You need to actively empathise with them and try to feel the joy they are having in their moment of triumph. This also helps strengthen our relationships and feel joy when we succeed. The fourth step is to transform your envy into admiration. Then make an effort to match or surpass the person you are envious of. This is typically done with imitation. For example, you can follow someone you idolise and practice all their good traits. Imitate how they politely receive other people. Imitate how they're helping others through donations. Imitate the things you admire or envy and incorporate them into your personality by putting your personal spin on it. Envy is elusive, but with practice, you can catch others being envious and yourself. By paying close attention to what people do and say behind your back, you can learn who is truly rooting for your success and who is looking to sabotage you. Keep the one close and avoid the other. Hopefully, you can now notice when you are being envious and put that energy to good use to improve your life. In our next video, we will be discussing humility. Thank you for listening. Comment below, when was the last time you felt envious? Don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.